Good afternoon, teacher, and Orozco. My name is Alex Galileo Tiniguar López. I am a student of the agronomy career of the EFA School of Solola. My dream is to one day be a great agronomist and perform very well in my job and interact with foraging people. I also want to support and promote the development of rural communities in our country to advise them on the different agricultural activities they practice and to support them to take advantage of all its products and derivates. It is the objective of technical English is that we can learn to speak English fluently. I come from Tecnical, Guatemala. I am 16 years old, and today I will explain the 10 main modal verbs in the English language. The first verb is the verb can. The verb can is used to describe an ability and power and is conjugated with the pronouns there are. An example of how we can use the verb can is he can climb the mountain, but as very hard. The second verb is the verb could. The verb could is used to describe an ability and power, but in the past tense, and is conjugated with the pronouns there are. An example of how we can use the verb could is she could write a book when she was younger. The third verb is the verb made. The verb made is used to describe a future possibility and permission, and is conjugated with the pronouns there are. An example of how we can use the verb made is, for example, may I live at the store is the permission, and the possibility is cloudy. It may rain. The fourth verb is verb might. It's used to describe a remote possibility. That is a possibility less than may and is conjugated with all the pronouns there are. An example of how we can use the verb might is it may rain even if it's cloudy because it's summer. The next verb is the verb will. The verb will is used to describe an ability and power, but in the future tense, and is conjugated with all the pronouns there are. An example for how we can use the verb will is for example, the verb will I will be a great engineer because it's my dream. The next verb is the verb shall, used to describe an ability and power in future tense. Means exactly the same as will, but it comes from the British language and sounds more polite, and it's conjugated with all the pronouns there are. You shall ask when you have any question. The next verb is the verb should. It is used to describe an order, suggestion, and recommendation, and is conjugated with all the pronouns there are. An example of how we can use the verb should is the verb should is if you feel sick, you should to go with the doctor. describe an order, suggestion, or recommendation. The next verb is the verb ought. Uh, the verb ought is used to describe the polite form of shall. Technically, this is the most polite verb of all, and it is conjugated with all the pronouns there are. An example for how we can use the verb ought is if you feel sick, you ought to go with the doctor. The next verb is the verb must. The verb must is used to describe a duty or order and is conjugated with all the pronouns there are. An example for how we can use the verb must is students mustn't speak Spanish in class. The ultimate verb is the verb go. It's used as the ea ending and is conjugated with all the pronouns there are. An example for how we can use the verb would is you could help me. En Spanish, podrías ayudarme. The termination ia. Thanks so much, teacher. See you next class.